Welcome to the Development Permit Panel meeting for September 15th, 2021. Just briefly introduce the panel here. We have Cecilia Sham, our General Manager of Community Safety, Peter Russell, who's our Director of Sustainability and District Energy, and I'll be chairing today. I'm John Irving, the General Manager of Engineering and Public Works. We're just dealing with form and character here, and we're just, I believe, have the one repeat item on the agenda today, so I'll dispense with the further formalities, and we can move right to the proponent's presentation for 8011 Leslie Road.
Mr. Chair,
good afternoon, everybody.
Mr. Chair, just before the presentation, I do believe you need to adopt the minutes of our previous meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Craig. Yes. Could I get a motion to adopt the minutes?
So moved.
All those in favor? Thank you. All right. Let's move to 8011 Leslie Road. Please introduce yourself and give us your presentation.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Linda Volter. I'm the architect for the project. I'd like to begin sharing my screen, if that's possible, please. We discussed dealing with an existing building on 8011 Leslie Road. This is the existing site plan. Leslie Road is out here. North is south to the left.
Pardon me, I don't think you have your drawing on. You have something on, but it's not the plans.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says it's paused. How do I resume share? Okay. Oh, no. It says it's. I don't know why. Okay, at any rate, it's on a very small site. I'll just show you the landscape plan here. The existing building has parking all underneath it, including the area. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Including the area here and here. These are proposed to be infill areas on plane. Of is basically following the shape of.
Sorry again, you're fading in and out. I am having great difficulties understanding.
Sorry, this voice now a little better?
Yes, thank you.
Closer to the screen.
Yes.
At any rate, what we're proposing basically is to add some main floor area, which includes 3 suites. The existing stair in this area is already there. This is the existing main floor area with an elevator and staircase.
Ms. Walter, sorry, you're still breaking up a little bit. You might be having some bandwidth issues, so maybe...
yeah, I'm located in Ontario right now. I'm sorry, I apologize. I don't know how to fix that.
Maybe if you try turning off your video.
Turning off my video. How do I do that?
There should be...
On the bottom left corner, you can stop video so we don't see you, we'll just hear your voice.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't hear you now.
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. All right, that's fine. If you can hear me now, that's better. As I said, what we're basically doing is adding very little to the main floor. We're not changing the basic footprint of the building at all. What we have done is added in a loading bay required by engineering. We have our parking count required, as this is a change of use from an office building to a hotel. What we are proposing to do, this is the existing building, taken from the southwest corner. This is the driveway entrance currently there. We're shifting it over just a little bit. You can see that there are currently some windows and some taller windows on the side. This large area on the right of the photo is a stairwell that goes up to the both floors. There's an elevator in there as well. The rear of the building is basically looking like this. We're proposing that this area here will have the siding come down. This is the stairwell, the second exit from the upper floors. The existing strip windows, second and third floors, that will be replaced. This is the area that we're filling in on the main floor here. As you can see, it's a shadowed area. What we're proposing from the southwest corner is basically rearranging the windows so that they're all more or less the same size as punch windows rather than the strip windows that we're proposing. There will be a sign at this level here. That will come in under the sign permit when the time comes. We're a small canopy here over the main entrance. Other than that, there's a garbage enclosure that will be invisible to visitors, but is open for pickup and dealing with by vehicular traffic. The rear of the building is proposed similar. The strip windows that you found earlier in these locations have now been replaced with windows suite, and we filled in that area on the main floor. We're proposing this the same brown color that it is now, more or less. Photos are washed out; they look gray, but it is a brownish color. But we will be reinstating the paint color and having the basic building just packed up and renewed as much as possible. I believe that answers the questions from last time. I don't know that I need to go through all the floor plans or anything like that. They have not been included in the presentation. The landscaping has been restricted to just the green areas that were shown here. The existing green space basically just ran across the back of the building, but not in the front as much, and we've added some small trees to replace the ones that are being moved. This is the engineering right-of-way in the west side of the building. There's a car repair Midas, I think, on this side, and there's another car repair place on the east side. Are there any questions?
Does that conclude your presentation?
Yes, sir.
Staff comments, Mr. Craig? I think you're muted.
Thank you. Sorry. Through the chair, just a brief summary of the variances associated with this project. There are a number. The vast majority of those are as a result of the pre-existing condition that exists on site. So there is a setback variance to the side yard setback to the east. That is an existing condition. The building is currently situated on the property line. The second variance is to permit 2 small vehicle parking spaces. Those 2 vehicle parking spaces are located underneath the building. They are located between structural columns, so there is no way to expand the width of those stalls. Staff do support the provision of those 2 small car spaces in order to provide the most parking possible on the site. In terms of the on-site loading variance, that is a technical variance. There are provisions for on-site loading to occur. However, that space does not meet the minimum requirements of the bylaw. Having said that, there was a site-specific review by our transportation department verifying that the space will function as intended and is consistent with the intended use of the building. The fourth variance relates to landscape setback for the parking in the rear of the building. This is actually an improvement over the current condition, where we are seeking additional landscaping to be planted on the east and west property lines. It is not possible to provide the full 1.5 meters without compromising vehicle circulation and maneuvering within that parking area. The last variance is related to landscaping along the north property line. We are not seeking any landscaping in that location, as there is a service lane for the adjacent commercial development to the north. There will be perimeter fencing installed along the south property line. Nothing further to add. Happy to answer any questions.
If I could
Questions?
sorry, if I could ask, is there any, I know you talk about the signage that will come under the sign bylaw. Are there any lighting on the exterior of the building that is being planned for?
No, there'll be one sort of strip light up here, but that's the only light we have on the exterior of the building.
Not even at the entrance?
Well, there's soffit lighting at the entrance.
Okay, so nothing else on the site. Okay, the landscaping on the, I guess, the west side and the front, yeah, that, and then along there's another stretch that is along the
yes.
no, the west side of the property. That on the, and go to the right, that strip. Are those existing planting, or is that all being proposed?
The existing planting is only the length of the building. Where the parking is new, the strips of landscaping there. There was a setback requirement for landscaping. However, if we do that, as previously mentioned, the drive well gets compromised.
Yeah,
and,
understood. What is the planting material that you're planning for all of the landscaping? Because
it's just ground cover, basically, low growth. It's not lawn or anything like that needs to be mowed, but small planting.
So I think I saw sweet. I think you meant sweet woodruff, not
yes.
sweet ruff. Okay. That's very low ground cover, and you have 3 small trees. Did you also say that there is a right-of-way along that whole side? So that looks like the west side of the park. Is there
west side is loading bay is, and that large green planting area, and it sort of goes into part of the parking area as well.
But it's not a right-of-way, so you could put larger plant material in those areas.
We tried that, and we were denied that from the engineering side.
Through the chair to Mrs. Shem, yes, there is a city utility corridor along the west side of the site,
okay.
Approximately 3 meters in width.
All right. In that case, perhaps upsize some of the trees in the front, because it's very sparse landscaping for this site. So take it as a direction for staff to work with the applicant to beef up the landscaping.
Through the chair, we're happy to take that direction.
Any other questions from the panel?
I had 2 questions, Mr. Chair. I'm trying to, it's wood-sided building currently?
No, it's the side of the building on the east property line is concrete block, and the other sides are aluminum-clad metal siding on wood frame.
Okay, so I understand then. So the conversion of the large window frames to smaller windows will be with the same material?
That's the idea, yes, sir.
Okay. And the other question I had was related to bicycle parking for employees or guests, mainly employees.
Parking in one of the stalls here that used to be a car stall, and it's really near the front of the entryway, just before the area. And there's also interior parking for staff on the second floor.
But does it exist?
It does exist, yes, sir.
Okay. I have no further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Just to clarify again on the landscaping, I guess from the renderings, it looks like the proposal for the trees on the frontage are Japanese maples.
Yes, that's the idea. If not something else, you know, we can take a look at that.
Yeah, I think consistent with the comments and questions, the direction would be to seek a more substantial tree that will grow to more significant height and have canopy and shading for the area.
Okay, we'll certainly take that into advisement.
Excellent. Mr. Clerk, do we have anybody from the public here that would wish to comment?
We have no members of the public, Mr. Chair, wishing to indicate that they would delegate at this meeting.
And any letters or other communications?
Nothing, Mr. Chair.
Okay, panel deliberation. Appreciate that there's been an improvement on the presentation materials. It is certainly more clear to understand what's happening here, and this is not a substantive change to the existing building. But I think with the comments provided and the additional landscaping elements, if more substantial trees, I'd be happy to support this and move it forward. Any other comments from the panel?
No other comments.
We have a staff recommendation. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? Great. Thank you very much. So that was all we had on the agenda. The next meeting, Mr. Gray, is that?
September the 29th, and no new business at this time.
Okay.
Move adjournment.
Thank you. All in favor? Yes. We're adjourned.
Much.